Yo, yo, yo. It is D.Arthur in the building. Speaking to you guys today about semen retention mastery, transforming your aura of attraction. The bottom line is there's all these questions. There's always all these questions about no fap, attraction, becoming your best version, all these different things. But the bottom line is when it comes down to it, there's two phases of attraction. There's being physically presenting yourself so you can get your foot in the door, because the bottom line is there's some people, there's some women who, based off how you look like, that's how they'll judge you. That is how they will judge you, regardless of all the things you say. There are some women like that, and then there's other women who are usually more drawn to your personality, how you act, how you make her feel. Now, usually, more often than not, women have to make a super conscious decision that they're going to reject you just based off how you look. But more often than not, you can pretty much, you can interact with them in a way where you can get them attracted to you based off your personality. I have seen this both ways. And the thing is, if you have both, you're pretty much a hot commodity. If you have the physical attraction and you're able to talk to her in a way that makes her feel certain things when she's with you, then more often than not, you're probably going, this is the best place that you want to be in. And all of these things can be created. These things can be learned. These things can be occupied. These are all skills that you can have. You just have to know what to do. Now, before we get further into the psychological video, let me introduce you to the high value blueprint and why you should consider booking a free call with the high value blueprint. I'm already working with a few guys, and these guys are in the midst of complete transformations. We have certain people who were unemployed, less than average physiques, and pretty much a shell of themselves based off the program and our one-to-one consultations and advances. They are now more in a place where they're earning more income for themselves, have a better physique, and just super optimistic about their lives based off the coaching program. There are testimonials on the website and that you can look at. So make sure you check that out if you want to. If you're in the realm of trying to change your life, because people they do the same routine every day, but they're not really motivated. They're not really fulfilled. They're not living the best lives. They're kind of just going through the motions. And this program breaks free from mediocrity to get to your best version. So check that out down below. There is a free report called this life audit that you can implement on the page as well too. You just need to put your email address. You'll get that sent to a link that you can check out. So check that link in the description down below. So the bottom line is, like I said before, two phases to attraction. Your physical looks to get your foot in the door, and then the way you speak to her and act with her is pretty much what's going to get her over the edge. I was watching something earlier, and it did say that there's three different conversation topics that you can speak to a woman about to get her emotions flowing. These three things take notes, are gonna be astrology, signs. Apparently women are definitely into the astrology, and if you're able to build rapport on this, you can definitely get in her best spot. It's about how the interaction makes both of you feel. If you're feeling good about the interaction, more likely than not, she's going to also feel very good about the interaction, and things are going to further respond. The guys make the mistake that maybe they're talking to someone, maybe on a dating app or something like that, and unless she's super initially interested in you, unless you're pretty much gonna have to build some sort of rapport or something between you two for her to be at ease. So one is astrology. The other one is just observing the environment that you guys are in, and making assumptions about people who are passing by. People that are passing by. This is a very fun topic to talk about because it lets people imagine things. It lets people really just think about how they look and what they could be doing just based off their looks. This is just a funny banter type of conversation to have. To get both of you guys thinking about all of the different possibilities that could happen. When you're able to do this, you both can daydream, imagine some things, and this is going to get her emotions definitely involved, and it's going to make both of you guys think about possibilities, and this is a very good way to build an emotional connection. Now, excuse me from looking at this. The other thing is just what you both have in common. What you guys both have in common, building rapport with her. If you're able to do some of these things, you guys can definitely find a common ground between you two, and the interaction can go further. She can find you attractive based off your conversations that you have with her. She can find you attractive. Now, how does no fap relate with all of this? How does it relate to any of these? It relates to this because it gives you that masculine edge, that masculine aura that also makes you more attractive as well too. If you're fapping religiously, your conversation probably is going to be a bit more boring. It has to be, because you have to realize how real this is. If you fap 24/7 and you're interacting with a woman, it just makes you come across as bland because you're releasing all the enthusiasm. Sexual drive and energy and desire is the most potent. So if you're not getting turned on just based off maybe even how she speaks, her femininity, all these things, you are at a very big disadvantage, because it's a then it comes across as a platonic relationship, where it's not a man woman dynamic. It could come across as just like maybe two friends who haven't seen each other, and this is not where you want to be. You want it to be a man woman dynamic, and when you are a more masculine man, she turns more into a feminine woman, and this is how the dynamic can mush together. But if you come across as bland, unenthusiastic, too nice, not able to escalate, not able to build deep rapport, not able to come across as charismatic, you will lose in the long run. It's easy. You will lose. You have to give yourself the best shot, because today's day and age, women and online, everyone just has a lot of options. So you have to make yourself stand apart from everybody. You have to be the best version of yourself. You have to put in the work. You have to do certain things that other people aren't willing to do. You have to be more masculine. You have to come across as direct. You have to come across as charismatic. You have to come across as making her comfortable around you. There's certain behaviors that specific men have, and that's what gets them across the threshold. These are the behaviors that you have to exhibit 24/7 on a day-to-day basis in order for you to become a viable option. This is not semen retention, no fat blood, all these things. They are not for woman attraction. But based off you becoming a more masculine man, you have no choice but to attract women. This is all it comes down to. You have to be able to spark emotions in her, and you have to be able to have a good conversation. This is how she can really be attracted to you deep down. They are attracted to your behaviors, your mannerisms, your charisma, your words. All these things add up, and you have to be able to exhibit these on a day-to-day basis, on a normal basis. It has to be a man-woman dynamic. And when you go on NoFap, you're more likely to exhibit these behaviors because you are just becoming a more masculine man in general. This is not a friend zone type of thing. You gotta be able to, poke at her a little bit and even tease her in a bit. These are skills that you should be able to do, that you can be able to do. If you're able to do this, things are going to go a lot smoother. She's going to be a lot more interested and a lot more invested in you. But if you're not able to do this, she's probably going to look for someone who is able to create these sparks of triggers of emotions with her. With that being said, your aura, your magnetism, all these things are going to make you more attractive. They are going to make you attractive. You are going to come across as attractive. A lot of the times, it's not even about you being attractive per se. It's just about you sparking a conversation. More likely than not, if you have the balls to go up to a stranger, cold approach her, and have a normal conversation with her, she's probably just gonna deem you as more attractive than the next person who wasn't able to do this. This is how you have to realize. But you can't mess it up when you do, because guys do it all the time. But if they come across as being you come across as she's better than him, then it's not gonna go anywhere. You have to remain in your masculine frame. You have to remain in your masculine frame when you do this. And you have to not take her too seriously. Guys, make the mistake of taking her way too seriously, and it never goes anywhere because you're making it seem like she is more valuable than you. She has higher value than you, and you cannot come across. This cannot how it can come across. This is not how it should come across. It should be that you have more value than her, and you're asking her. You're seeing if you even like her. This is how it may have to come across. It has to come across like this. With that being said, if you have more questions, like, comment to the video, subscribe to the channel below, comment if you have questions, check out the link in the description, and we'll see you later.